Hello everybody, this is Sue from SueStarcraft bringing you game number 3 of King of the Islands week number 5. It's Devious with Antaran. Devious playing as the blue Protoss and Antaran playing as the teal Zerg. Antaran switching away from Terra now, which he's played in the last 2 games, to play his initial early game release race. He was initially a diamond level Zerg, so he's actually pretty good with Zerg. And Devious now playing the one race he can play. This is Protoss. Spawning positions, we're going to be on metalopolis, and these spawning positions are going to actually favor this quite a bit. Antaran's going to be liking these positions because he's so far away from his opponent. You can see the exactly cross positions on the map, so there's not going to be any sort of early pressure from the Protoss, so he could easily capture this expansion and be able to defend it as well, and should be able to capture a second expansion as well if he wants to. Devious, however, I'm not sure what his approach is going to be on this map. Antaran picking this map because he likes it and because it really does favor Zerg, especially if you get spawned in the perfect positions. If Devious spawned in this location here closest to Antaran, he could be into some trouble because Devious loves to get those early zealots out to harass, and they would have been so close to him. He might have been in some trouble, but seeing as though Devious is so far across the map, I can't see that happening at this time. Devious now, as I said, he's gonna get this gateway up, trying to create a choke. He's gonna get 2 gateways up. This is quite interesting for him, double 14 gates, and I'm not sure if Antaran's gonna be able to see this. He should see it. If he tries to go early expand versus assist, could be doing some massive damage. And let's have a look at what Antaran does see. He has not even scouted Devious's base yet, so he doesn't have enough time to build up suitable defenses for this. Usually, since it's 2 gate and no gas yet from Devious, you can expect a lot of zealots out, so it's going to be in Antaran's best interest to get some roaches on the field. He's going to want to get a roach one down as soon as possible. Devious trying now to block the expansion. I actually think he should let the expansion go up, since he's pretty much sure to kill it off with it if he gets those zealots out. And now Crow losing zealots. Devious is going to, Antaran's going to be able to see it now, and let's see how he reacts to this. He has the queen on the way, but I haven't seen anything yet from him. He's getting gas, just 2 workers on gas. He's going to be able now to get the Roach Warren, and it's going to be interesting to see if he can get him out in time. He should be able to, but here comes now Devious charging down with going to be 2 zealots now, Chrono boosting out another 2, and here they go. Antaran now desperate. He's trying to get up a spine crawler. Spine crawlers and roaches hold up zealots pretty well. These 2 zerglings now gonna snipe this worker, and this worker dies a painful death, but he died with a little bit of Antaran's minerals, so he's not totally in vain. Like, it's gonna stop Antaran of 5 minerals, and here comes now the zealots walking down. I think that's walking. I guess that's jogging. It's not really running. It's not walking. That's running a little bit. That's jogging. So it's gonna be going now straight up the ramp. The spine crawler is down. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Let's have a look at the production tab. You're gonna see no roaches just yet. They selected to go for speed instead. I think this could be very, very bad for Antaran. I'm not sure if he has lava right now. He has some lava. He has enough now to get a couple of roaches out. And having a look, Devious now going to be pushing up the ramp, and these roaches are very, very late now. They're going to try to snipe the spine crawler if they can. And here comes now Antaran trying to pull a couple of drones off of mining to see if he can save the spine crawler. Spine crawler goes down and the roaches are out, so this should be pretty good. I'm taking on the health bar now, and this is actually pretty bad control for Antaran here. He's allowing his roaches to take too much damage, and these roaches are actually supposed to counter, so that's so hard, because roaches have range, they have extra speed, and the results are never supposed to catch up to him. This is just bad control here from Antaran, and he's doing a lot of damage himself. That should not be happening. This queen here could die if the zealots decide they want to kill her. Now the zealot turns around. The queen is going to start running. The queen is just about 1 shot away from dying. Because of the creep though, she's going to survive. Roach is now going to be pawning away on the back of the zealot, and now Devious is in such a bad position here. I haven't looked at the income tab. 16 workers to 24. Devious in such a good position. I'm gonna decide to follow it up with 4 gates. I have a couple snuffles out just in case Antaran decides he wants to follow it up with some roach pressure. But it looks so bad for now for Antaran. He's so much behind. Have a look at the army tab. He is actually it doesn't reflect that, but I can assure you it's gonna be so bad for him when these 4 gates take effect, because it's so difficult for a Zerg player to hold off 4 gates without the proper units and without the proper infrastructure. And Antaran is not gonna have that, so he's gonna be forced to try to power some drones here. If he's gonna be getting burrows, so that's gonna probably help him out quite a bit with a handful of roaches. No detection for Devious, so that's a pretty smart move from Antaran. Gonna get a couple more roaches and use the burrow to get his series roaches and have the best use of them. He's gonna be getting now the glial reconstitution that helps the roaches move a bit faster, but I think he should really be getting tunneling claws if you're going to get that burrow, so you can get the defenses up and survive on just what he has. But here comes now the 4 gates are done, warp gate technology is done. These are going to be morphing very soon, and we're going to see a lot more stalkers here. Devious, on the other hand, I think he actually could while he's pushing, get an expansion going here, so they could be even further in front now. Only stalkers from him. Wow, he's gonna want to get a couple of zealots because there are some Zerglings on the field, and Zerglings have actually doing massive damage to the stalkers. Stalkers aren't that good, and he decided now to totally wall himself off, so he's gonna go now and use all his units to try to push this down. It's gonna be interesting to see what Devious is gonna do. Burrow is done, so his roaches are gonna be quite fine as far as surviving is concerned. Glial reconstitution is not done yet, so it's going to be done in about 10 seconds. He would want to get on and close. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to afford it with his gas. I'm not sure if he's going to be able, if he wants to get that tunnel enclosed on the whole. And now these roaches should be enough to hold off these stalkers, especially with Burrow. Let's see now if Devious is going to push up. He is pushing up, and he's going to be getting some damage here, and decides to pull back out. But as soon as you see those roaches here, the roaches do have the advantage in this concave if they want, because all of the stalkers are forced to fight on this little ledge right here, and forcing so many Zerglings now from Antaran. Antaran is in such a bad position. Have a look at the income tab. Antaran now 17 workers behind. Devious with oversaturation here just by about 10 workers. So he wants to get down an expansion if he can, because believe me, Antaran can't do anything about it just yet. The roaches are borrowed. Antaran is going to try to get expansion up for himself. Devious should be getting an expansion of his own, but instead he's getting a robotics facility. I guess he wants to end this on one base. Not sure if it's going to work out yet, but the safer play would be to get this expansion, because he can't get it. If you keep the same number of bases versus the Zerg, you should just walk over them. Now Antaran now going with the spy, a very interesting choice, seeing as though Devious is so stalker heavy. I'm not sure what he's thinking, what's the idea behind it. Metalisk versus stalkers. If microed properly, stalkers aren't that. Stalkers are pretty good versus Metalisk, sorry. Especially with Blink, but no Blink technology just yet from Devious. He's gonna be now getting that Observer, and he's gonna be wanting to push out very soon. Here comes now Devious wanting to push. Antaran still on just 21 workers. This is 12 minutes into the game, and Antaran on only 21 workers. This is such high frustration from him. He's gonna be now down by just about 23 food. Gonna go up very soon, because all these warp gates are gonna be kicking in. The effect supply blocked right now. Devious a little bit slack on his part, so he's gonna be wanting to get maybe a pylon somewhere around here, or even up here, so he can go up and reinforce and try to push this down. But now he looks like he's positioning this pylon to get his expansion up and going. But here he comes now, lots and lots of stalkers. I'm not sure if Antaran can hold this off. Now here comes a couple of Mutalisks now flying across the map. I'm not sure how much damage they'll be able to get. It's only 4 of them. A couple of stalkers should be enough to handle this off. And here comes now the Mutalisk guy, gonna go straight for the problem. The single stalker being warped in. There's not much else he can do, because at the moment Devious is supply blocked. Quite a bit of a newbie move from him. He's gonna lose the stalker and being forced out of mining right now. He's unblocked himself, but here comes now the stalkers, and the Mutalisks are forcing Devious to stay and defend, while giving Antaran valuable time to get his defenses up and get this expansion going. He's having a look now at the income tab, and we're seeing him trying to power as many drones as possible at the production tab now. He's getting 7 more roaches. Oh, this is interesting. And here comes now Devious, pushing out strong with his stalkers. and he's gonna now try to end the game, it seems, or at least put some pressure back on Antaran. No, he's not. He's decided to capture the watchtower. Okay, he's moving now again. Here comes now Antaran with a couple more mutalisks, and he's gonna be going in this direction here. I'm not sure if he wants to go around and probably try to stop this expansion we're going up. But here comes now Devious. He's pushing with quite a few stalkers. No pilots or walking reinforcement yet. And here comes now the counter. Gonna be this immortal is so vital to this, and stalkers have fallen so much. Force fields are pretty good, but stalkers are actually doing a lot of damage. This is a hero immortal doing massive damage to those roaches, and the roaches forced to flee at the moment, borrowing now the roaches and trying to get some health back onto them. They aren't moving that fast, and here comes now Devious moving in and pulling back out. He really needs some reinforcements. He can't push in and end the game with just these units. He needs to do something about them. These mutalisks now harassing Devious's probe line, and they're going to be picking up a lot of units. 2 kills to this one, 2 kills to that one, and 4 kills to that, so that's 8 probes already down. Having a look now at the income tab now, Devious on 43 probes, so as soon as this nexus goes up, he's going to transfer about half these probes to this location and going to have full saturation going. And these mutalisks are doing a lot of damage, and they're going to now get in this really sweet position. And that's one of the gripes I have about this map, is that even though you have this sweet location here, you can hide units. In this base, nothing. In this base, can't do it. And in this base, well, you can't. So this is probably the worst location if you were against a mutalisk. They can hide in the back there. You can hide units in the back here, so it's a really bad position, spawn location for that. So that's something I think needs to be addressed on this particular map. That's just a small imbalance of the map itself. It's just not symmetrical, and that's not something you want to be doing. So that's not something you want to have. Idle probe here. And now Antaran deciding he wants to get this gold expansion. He thinks that can get him back into the game, and actually could, because Devious is running out of minerals right now in the main, so he should be getting up another expansion. Having a look now at Antaran. Antaran is actually quite heavy on the minerals in the main because he's had so little bit of workers for such a long time. He's actually ahead at this point in time as far as economy goes. But here comes now Devious. We're gonna be pushing it again now with the 3 immortals. Those are gonna be heroes if up against a lot of roaches, and they are up against a lot of roaches. These stalkers aren't horrible versus them because stalkers do bonus damage to the armor now. A flank trying to take place now, but I don't think those are enough. There's enough Zerglings. They should get probably a little bit more because there's a lot of stalkers and a lot of mortals here. Zerglings are quite good against that, and here comes now the encounter. No sentries to create any sort of force field. So Devious is going to be fighting this. I'm not sure how it's going to come with him on top. Then Immortal is being targeted down, and now Antaran trying to force his way down Devious' grid, and in a bad position. I think Antaran is losing for this one, trying to focus on the Immortals a little too much, and the Stalkers did ripping damage to them, and another Immortal coming up here will be doing massive damage. First damage is 55 damage to these roaches, and that's going to be 3 shots in a roach to kill it. That's actually very heavy on damage. And now Devious is going to put up that proxy pile, and having a look at the army top. Devious is ahead by just about 10, well 8 now, but it's up to 11 now because of warp kit technology. Ooh. It's actually quite interesting that he didn't get any extra building facilities since he got this expansion up. As you can see, he's totally minded in the main, so he wants to get another expansion up. As if he wants to, he intends to play out this, and he's going straight for the goal here. That's a good pick. He has the advantage right now as far as army goes, so he can't hold it. Not enough civilians on the map to really try to run by. Here comes now Devious going to be pushing up and trying to deny this goal expansion yet again, and he can't do it. He has enough units to do it. He should be able to really do massive damage to these stalkers, and cancel now the hatchery. And here comes now they're fighting the mainly roaches against those stalkers, and not the best choice for Antaran. He wants normal Zillions in there. Zillions and roaches aren't that bad, but Antaran did not do that, and his forces are being decimated. He's down to just about low 40s on the food, and Devious is about twice his food right now, so Antaran in a very bad position. And he rage quits once again, not saying GG. I think it's a bit poor mannered on his part. He's one of those players if gets frustrated, he really doesn't want to play it out. He doesn't like to say GG. So well played to Devious. Devious taking a 2-1 lead now, reversing the lead Antaran had with some really interesting play from him. Antaran now down 2-1. He's gonna have to win the next game if he intends to stay in this. Devious now just one more game away from dethroning Antaran in what would probably be an upset. So guys, stay tuned. This is King of the Islands week number 5 action. We're gonna go on to game number 4 now, so stay tuned.